WKGC Panama City.
And there's that theme song, so it must be Tuesday at noon. This is Sound Sessions here on WKGC FM 90.7. And my name's Tom Hoots, and we have a pretty good show lined up for today. It'll be interesting, I guarantee you. What happens, we don't know, but we're ready for it, I think. And at the table, as normal, I have my ever-present producer who's ready to hit me with something hard if I don't behave, Angela Small. How are you doing today, Auntie?
I am doing fantastic. You know, that's funny because I kind of threatened my granddaughter this morning to hit her with something hard. I didn't. It was just a threat.
So wait a minute. You're going to treat me the same way you treat your granddaughter. It's probably wise. Probably. We have Daniel Schultz here. You might know him from, well, he was a politician for a bit. Right now, he is the promoter for Keyboard Ray. How are you doing?
Yes, sir. Daniel Schultz, happy to be here. Excited to be pushing something other than politics, here to be pushing music, and so excited to be promoting such a good friend of mine in Mr. Keyboard Ray.
And at the other end of the room, I have
pianist Imogen Cooper loves how the
on the next Putumayo World Music.
So, I'm also here.
That was her way of saying you passed over.
Well, okay. In all fairness, now Becca was knitting, so
I was not.
Temporarily distracted her. She's going knit one, purl two, knit one, purl two. Whoa, what was that? Anyway, we were introducing Keyboard Ray at the other end of the room. That's a weird name. Do I call you Keyboard or I'll call you Ray?
You call me Ray or Jay or, you know what I'm saying? Don't call me late for supper.
Okay. All right. Anyway, he's our musical guest today, and I've seen his playlist. Got some interesting stuff. And also, somewhere during this set, he's going to play one of my very favorite Bob Dylan tunes, All Along the Watchtower. And I got a little sneak preview before we went on air, and it's going to be good. It really is. So, let's get started talking to Ray.
Yeah.
Ray, tell us a little about yourself. How did you get started becoming an entertainer?
Oh, as a young youth out in Wyoming, an uncle of mine had a guitar, and he taught me how to play a couple chords, and me and my older brother ended up playing for the girls that had horses, teenage girls, and they'd come and listen to us old Elvis Presley stuff, you know, back in that day. And just strum a simple chord, and then to give us a ride on the horse after we got done playing. So it progressed from there. Just through the years, I've been playing I played in bands in Arkansas before, and before coming down here to Florida. So, you know, it's just something I've enjoyed doing my whole life.
Okay. Well, how about we go straight from here to a song? What you got first for us?
I got the first one here is the title song on the CD Going to Heaven.
I have one of those right here in my hand.
There you go. I hope you enjoy it, man. I hope everybody that's here listening today enjoys what it's going to be sang. All right, this one's called Going to Heaven. Everybody wants to go to heaven. There ain't nobody wants to try. Everybody wants to go to heaven. There ain't nobody wants to die. Man spends his time working for money, never stopping to give thanks for the day. But in the land that flows milk and honey, the throw them family dollar bills away. 'Cause everybody wants to go to heaven. Ask anybody, that's what they'll say. Everybody wants to go to heaven. How many people want to pray? Well, every day is just a life of learning. Sometime you win, sometime you lose, and it's all part of a man discerning which life rules he gonna choose. 'Cause everybody wants to go to heaven. There ain't nobody wants to try. Everybody wanna go to heaven. But there ain't nobody wants to die. Thank you very much.
There we have Keyboard Ray, Going to Heaven. Where do you get your ideas when you write songs?
You know, sometimes just words come to you. You know, you don't have an explanation really of what you're singing about. Actually, there's some lines, and then other times you do. You know, so this particular song obviously has got a spiritual aspect to it, and you know, the next one's a little bit different story.
It's forever fascinating to me talking to singer-songwriters where they get their. Some people are just, you know, drive down the road and see a billboard and there's a couple of words on the billboard. They just turned it into a song that had nothing to do with the original inspiration. Some people say, you know, I wake up with a song in my head.
There can be many different aspects concerning songs, words.
Yeah, they're words with music behind them.
Yeah, I consider my music to be message music, and I like that. You know what I mean, to try and convey something other than getting out there in a mad state. I guess I don't know. Everyone has their own likes and dislikes. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Do you remember where you were, what you were doing when you came up with this song?
Going to Heaven? Well, that would have been, I was in Duluth, Minnesota, I'm going to say, yeah, because it's on the CD. And I was up in Duluth, Minnesota, and back in 1985 and 86. And at that time, I was able to get creative and write some songs. I'd been playing guitar all along and stuff, but just got creative and threw some words together. You know, like I say, there's aspects of personal life in all of the music, but it's really hard to define it as such.
Well, it's a fairly universal thing. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody really wants to die. So it's if you look at it that way, it's like, oh,
that kind of makes sense.
It kind of makes sense a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you want to try another one?
Well, next one I got here happens to be a song that the first song I ever did write, and it was in Duluth, Minnesota at the same time.
And if I may just hop in here, this CD turns 30 years old this year. So this is the 30th anniversary of Going to Heaven. So this is quite exciting. It's been 30 years of the making. And I just discovered it about a year ago. For my birthday, Ray gave me this CD. We've been friends just through the music scene and all around. And when he gave me this CD, I went home and played it and was just blown away by some of his lyrics and, his message music. It truly is exactly that. And so we've just been on a quest ever since to get him out and get him, publicized, because I think it's just so incredibly important to get this music out there. He's just an incredible guy and an incredible artist.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's great. Let's try another one, and we'll come back and talk about where you've been playing and that kind of thing.
All right. The second one's called Don't Look Around. There was a time when you were fine, in the prime of your life, like a king sitting high upon his throne, with nothing that was too high that your money couldn't buy. There was nothing now that you did not condone. And you talked about your good life, and you boasted about your good wife, yeah, and an all-American family that you had. And from your point of view, there were really very few that lived the kind of life that you'd call bad. Don't look around when you hear that dreadful sound, roll of thunder in your ear. Don't hesitate, 'cause the hour's getting late, and the time to be leaving is drawing near. No, you never would cross the tracks and talk with a man named Mr. Black. He was working all them years out in the sun. He had some money in the bank, you never took the time to think about all the work that his grandfather's done. And there never was a hesitation when you'd pass by the reservation to understand your Indian brother up there. And you never took time to look beyond your high school history book. Now you must admit you never really cared. Don't look around when you hear that dreadful sound, roll of thunder in your ear. Don't hesitate, 'cause the hours are getting late, and the time to be leaving's drawing near. In a matter of a few short years, after the shedding of many tears, that lifestyle that you lived it could not stand. You're drinking from a bitter cup, yeah, 'cause that family's all broke up there, and the house you live in's built on sinking sand. So just remember when the time gets rough, yeah, or just remember when things get tough, all the oppression that your other brothers lived. And a man's known by his deeds, just like that passage from the good book reads. And a blessing always comes to those that give. Yeah, don't look around when you hear that dreadful sound, roll of thunder in your ear. Don't hesitate, 'cause that hour's getting late, and the time to be leaving is drawing near. Thank you so kindly.
Boy, there's a lot to unravel in that one. The show's all. I'd ask you to explain all those lines, except I think the show's just not long enough. You packed a lot of punch into those into that 3 minutes. I'll tell you.
Well, is that how long it took? 3?
I don't know. I just guessed. But no, seriously, that's a good admonition to, I guess, put it as quickly as I can. Grab for the brass ring when you're going by.
Yeah, the way things are going, man, it's there's something to it there.
there is indeed. So, where did the inspiration for that one show up?
Well, that one there was strangely enough, I did play before a crowd of probably 100 people, close to, at this particular place I was at in Duluth, and most of them were Indians and blacks. You know, there was at the place where I was at. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of, I don't know, I suppose maybe I was writing the song. I had that thought, is what I saw, you know, what I witnessed and where I was at and saw. So, yeah, in that regard,
wow,
I get to sing before a lot of other ethnic folk, you know, other than just white.
Around here and along the Emerald Coast, there seems to be, there's two places to play if you're a singer-songwriter. One would be at, say, a bar or a restaurant, and the other would be a performance venue. Do you have, what are your thoughts on those two different places?
Well, to be honest with you, Daniel Schultz here is at this time lining up and making possible for me to play more than I have in a while. I usually do the open mics, and they take place at a restaurant or a place usually where you can get some food. And I've done a few gigs myself in the past down here, but no, they're all they're all nice places to go. I mean, there hasn't been any bad. We used to have for local artists, we had the Martin Theater when it was here, and hopefully it opens again someday, so that you have dedicated listening environments for, where you're not having a conversation with somebody you're going to dinner with, and there's not noise in the background, where people come in, sit down, and listen to the music. Right now, there's not a lot of it. Roberts Hall would be a place where people go and listen to music. Well, I just recently played Roberts Hall, the Bob Dylan tribute, and that went very well. Daniel was part of it, and there was other musicians included in there.
We did Sound Sessions did a Bob Dylan tribute special the Tuesday before that Saturday.
Matt Law and Chris Woods, I believe.
Chris Woods came here.
Right. That's right.
Since you mentioned it, we actually have lined up for his tour here. So we are currently embarking on the Get Out of Town tour, which is one of Ray's hit songs. He'll be closing the show with that song today. And he will be at the Gallery of Art on next Friday night, the 25th of July, for what will be a listening room atmosphere show, where we'll have a $10 cover, but it will be a songwriter night that is a listening room atmosphere without the food and drink, and it will be a night where he will be debuting some songs that you have never heard him play, stuff that is not on the CD and stuff that he has never debuted publicly. And he'll actually be debuting one of those songs coming up here in a moment. But we are very, very excited for the Gallery of Art downtown for hosting us for that.
I haven't been there to see a show in quite a few years, but that is another place where people go to seriously listen to the music, listen to the lyric, and kind of let the performer take you on a little bit of a ride.
Definitely.
Okay, I think we might as well go ahead and get some of the business out of the way, and when we get back, Angela, our favorite auntie, will catch you up on what is going on around town in the music scene.
On the next Putumayo World Music Hour, we'll explore the influences of African music on Cuba and the Caribbean, and vice versa. I'm Rosalie Howard. Join us for Afro Cubano, the next Putumayo World Music Hour.
Sundays at 4 p.m. on WKGC.
back here at Sound Sessions on WKGC FM 90.7. I'm Tom Hoots. I'm your host for the next 40 minutes. Glad you're with us. And now our producer and also DJ and show host in her own right, Angela Small, or everyone's favorite auntie, is going to catch us up on what's going on around town.
Right. Now, I've been quiet for a minute, right?
Yeah, uh-oh. She's not, believe me, she's not used to being quiet even for a minute.
All right, we are going to get into what's happening just the first half of the week, from Tuesday to Thursday. So tonight we've got Wicked Smooth Duo at Little Village and Fiends, Scratch 2020 over at the Dive, Joe Forte at Peddler's Pavilion, Gary Nichols is performing at Pineapple Willie's, we've got Gene Mitchell at Margaritaville, Daryl Quayles and Jay Gurley are at the Alibi Beach Lounge, and Bent Fender will be at Buster's. Now, tomorrow, we've got Brian Muth at Little Village and Fiends, the Cartoons Uke Party at Mosey's Downtown, Charlie Seeger and the Sons of Saints Duo at the Alibi, Kevin Jacobs at No Name Lounge, Gene Mitchell at the Runway Island, Gene Nichols again at Pineapple Willie's. We've got Comedy Open Mic hosted by Malcolm Xavier at St. Andy's Sports Pub. We've got open mic nights at Papa Joe's Bayside. And, that is it for Wednesday. Now, our final day is Thursday. We've got live music with Sean Williams at Pineapple Willie's, Nora Bass and Frank Fletcher at Alibi, Charlie Seeger and the Minnows at Buster, Bad Decisions at Millie's Downtown, Sock Rock Revival at the Dive, Adam Howell at Little Village, Chuck Lawson at Margaritaville, Gary Nichols was still going strong at Pineapple Willie's, and Marquez and Brandon Powell at No Name Lounge. Now, be sure to stick around, as I will be back at our next break and give you the lowdown for the weekend.
That always amazes me that there's that much going on in music around this town. I've been here since 1980. Well, something's on. And, there was maybe one or two things on the weekends, and that was about it. And now there's just, these are weeknight choices, and you have, like 10 choices every night where you want to go if you want to go see somebody. So we're really coming along as a music community, as an arts community. Things are progressing very rapidly here.
Absolutely. There's something happening almost every night. And if you're, in downtown, there is something every night. If you haven't been downtown in recent years, you should absolutely make the journey, because it is not what you remember at all, and it is something beautiful, something that is growing, and something we can be proud of. Absolutely.
Yeah,
there certainly is a lot of music talent in this area.
There's a huge amount. Huge
Sometimes
amount of
it
music.
makes me wonder. I put my guitar on the stand and say, I'll go out and do something else.
There's an awful lot of talent here. When I first came up with the idea of this show, I went around and collected a lot of pre-recorded music, because I figured, well, once in a while we'll find somebody who'll come on our show and go live, and the rest of the time we'll just, we'll play stuff that is previously recorded by local talent. And we don't play a lot of pre-recorded music. And how long have we been doing this, Becca? Have you any idea? I can't even remember. I think it's about like 5 or 6 months now, isn't it?
Sounds about right. We started back in, I want to say, March or April.
Uh-huh.
So...
yeah.
About that.
So we're booked out through the end of July. If you if you think you'd like to come on Sound Sessions, please get hold of us on Facebook. That seems to be the best way to get hold of us, which is just Sound Sessions. And, let us know you're interested. Maybe you can link us to some music so we can see what you sound like and what you're doing. And we'll try to get you worked into the schedule. So Yeah, this is a different community than it was, and I'm really anxious for downtown Panama City to finish their renovations, get the Martin Theater open again, because I think the place is just going to be spectacular.
No doubt about it.
I'm sad about the loss of the Civic Center. Did a lot of work down there. It was a tremendous venue to work in, had the nicest staff and most professional staff. They're just great to work with down there. But unfortunately, I guess the city couldn't swing bringing that back. So, anyway, hopefully there is word from Callaway that Stuart, Crook, and Vicky are going to get the Ghetto Palace.
The Ghetto Palace.
Absolutely.
Yeah, We've heard a lot lot about that.
It's a good place.
Absolutely.
And it is a tremendous...
Crook's a good friend of ours, and he helped us make so last August we had a live album of this CD. So Ray put this album out, but he never officially released it.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a official launch party this past year, and we just mixed it. And Crook supplied all of the equipment to record the live album. He's amazing.
He is absolutely amazing, and I hope that comes back on. And I've told Crook before, if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know, because I'm very interested in the progress of live music in this area. And
absolutely.
The Ghetto Palace was just an amazing place, and I'm glad it's coming back.
Yeah, amen.
That's right. We are too.
Yeah. Anyway, let's try another one. What do you think?
That's good with me. Third one I've got here is called The Blood of Justice. And
that sounds ominous.
Through all of the history of mankind, there's always been some bloodshed for justice's sake. I'm right and you're wrong, and the other side's right and I'm wrong. So anyway, it's an interesting song. Peace, peace, this dark world of sin. The blood of justice whispers peace within. Peace, peace, this dark world of sin. The blood of justice whispers peace within. In the beginning God made man, to give him dominion over all the land. To love his brothers and not to fight, to trust in God and do what's right, Peace, peace, this dark world of sin. The blood of justice whispers peace within. Peace, peace, this dark world of sin. The blood of justice whispers peace within. Lantern from God, Satan entered in. He kills his brother and he's a living in the sin, and he's a leaving the right to do what's wrong, and he don't have a spirit to chant God's song. He said, peace, peace, this dark world of sin. The blood of justice whispers peace within. Peace, peace, this dark world of sin. Yeah, the blood of justice whispers peace within. Courage, my brother, do not stumble, though the path is dark as night. There's a star to guide the humble. Trust in God and do what's right. Yeah, peace, peace, this dark world of sin. Yeah, blood of justice whisper peace within. Peace, peace, this dark world of sin. Blood of justice whisper peace within. The blood of justice whispers peace within. Thank you very much.
Now, something was running through my mind as you were singing, and that is, when did you write this?
When did I write it?
Yeah, when?
Well, the blood of justice, it was sometime from the mid 80s, which would have been up in Duluth in 86, so that would have been anywhere from then till quite frankly, till the CD was made, because it's on the CD, and so I don't have any exact time for any song I do, except there's the last song on the CD. It's called
Voice of the People.
Voice of the People, and it definitely talks about from the mid-'80s to the end of '80.
I just was wondering, because it's such a relevant song now, and I knew it was on this CD, so I know that song's been relevant for a long time.
There you go.
That's what struck me when I heard this CD, from the beginning, was just how current so much of this is. It just had to be heard. It absolutely had to be heard.
Well, Bob Dylan's 30th anniversary, I'm pretty sure it was, Stevie Wonder played on there, and he played Blowing in the Wind. Yeah. And boy, that's a good one to look at, that video of that, because he gives the relevancy of how it's, through the years, it's always been the same. You know what I mean? It's the same message,
That is true of so many songs that you hear in the singer-songwriter tradition. Some of these things approach some form of universal truth.
Well, there you go. And music, we all know, is a universal language. So
that is so true.
Fits into place,
Okay, how about another one? What you got?
Well, I got All Along the Watchtower.
Oh, my favorite.
I'm going to have to take this off and put this harmonica on.
Uh-oh, he's playing a harmonica now, guys.
Be careful, he'll get a little loud with that now.
Well, I got to use it.
I'm scared.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll ride the volume on that one.
For sure.
For sure, huh?
For sure.
Okay. Fortunately, I think I know where all the breaks are, so I'll be good.
Good.
All right. This is the cover song I've got, the Bob Dylan song, famous, off the John Wesley Hardy album. Must be some way out of here. So a joker to the thief. Too much confusion here. Can't give me no relief. Businessmen, they drink my wine. The plowmen plow the earth. Now them along the line. No idea if it is worth. Excited, the thief he kindly spoke, 'cause there are many among us that think that life's a joke. But you and I, we've been through life, and this is not our fate. Let's not talk falsely now, the hour's getting late. Watchtower, the princess kept the view, and all the women came and went, the barefoot servants too. Outside in the distance, our cat did growl. Two riders were approaching, the wind began to howl.
That is, of course, I liked almost everything on John Wesley Harding, but that, out of that group, certainly is one of my favorites. I don't know what my most favorite Dylan song is. It depends on the mood I'm in, I guess. There's
certainly
so many of them.
Certainly, there's so many.
There's
so many different eras and moods.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, at that Roberts Hall tribute to Bob Dylan, that was my segment. We were allowed 3 songs apiece, and I done All Along the Watchtower, and I Dreamed I Saw St. Augustine, and I'll Be Your Baby Tonight.
That's
another.
And that's another one that I do like. I guess off of that would be the very first ones that I really got to like. Would have been Mr. Tambourine Man.
Oh yeah.
Just I don't know. Very few people get to write a lyric like to dance beneath the diamond sky with one hand waving free. Yeah, that's just. He writes on
by the sea.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't have enough. That's a long one. I don't think we have enough time to get back.
It's one of my favorites too.
And another one of my very, very favorite, if moody, just going to put on headphones and listen to Dylan's song, would be "Visions of Johanna."
That's a good one too.
Yeah. So
that's how me and Ray met. We're both big Dylan fans, and we were, just around the music scene here in town. And I saw him and thought, man, that guy's interesting, and then he played a Bob song, and I went, man, that's interesting. And then I played a Bob song, and he looked over at me and went, man, that's interesting. What's this young guy doing playing Bob Dylan? Yeah. And so we just hit it off right away, and we know all the same, Dylan songs. He's both of our heroes, I think.
Oh yes, of course, man.
And one of the most influential lyricists of our, certainly, I'm looking at Ray, who's relatively my age, and I'm going, well, it certainly was the most influential lyricist of the time. Maybe not musician, because that might have been the Beatles.
When I was a young man at the house playing music in my bedroom, Mom would come in. I'd be doing the Bob Dylan stuff I just learned on the record. She'd say, Greg, what do you listen to that guy? She wanted to hear Frank Sinatra or Dean Martin or somebody. She said, what do you listen to him for? She says, he can't sing. I said, Mom, it's not how he's singing. It's what he's saying.
It's what he's singing that makes all the difference in the world. I mean, who moved rock and roll the furthest might have been, you've got arguments of a lot of the British invasion groups, the West Coast sound here, but as far as lyrics go, almost all of those people owe in some way or another. I mean, he was a tremendous influence on the Beatles. Yeah,
you can put me down as Bob is the most influential artist of all time. The Beatles certainly are the second, and they are tied, but ultimately Bob is who had a major influence on the Beatles and John Lennon and that whole scene.
When they came over, Bob turned them on to some good spirit.
Hey.
About what he's doing.
Oh, about what he's doing. That's right. What turned him on.
Yeah.
All the positive.
He was doing.
The message music.
Dylan loved Paul McCartney. No, he loves all of them. Yeah. All of them people.
If you go in the reading room at Studio 812, you'll find there's a book about Dylan in there, because that's what you should study when you're at a studio. Everybody needs to write music like Dylan and sing it like Frank Sinatra.
There you go. There you go.
That's the way Mom looked at it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's take another break, and when we get back, our favorite auntie will catch us up on what's going on the weekend, the all-important weekend.
Even in a perfect scenario with perfect planning, protecting people from this kind of really intense flooding is very difficult. But at the same time, there are a range of actions that officials have developed over decades that don't seem to have been applied very well in this situation.
I'm Natalie Kitroeff. That's Today on the Daily from the New York Times.
Weekdays at 5:30 p.m. on WKGC 90.7 FM.
I'm your favorite auntie, and you're invited to Urban Groove every Saturday from 3 to 6 p.m. right here on 90.7 FM. We're spinning throwback R&B, slow jams, grown folks grooves, and So You Forgot You Loved. This ain't no kiddie party. It's grown folks' business. So pour a glass, turn it up, and spend your Saturday with your favorite auntie. Only on WKGC Public Media 90.7 FM.
We're back here on Sound Sessions, WKGC 90.7 FM. I'm Tom Hoots, and that was, in the promo we just heard, our favorite Auntie talking about her show. Why are you advertising your show on my show, Auntie? I thought when you're on Sound Sessions, you're on my side.
No, I need to get in where I fit in. You know, if I could slip it in when you're not paying attention, I'm going to work it.
Want to do that one, aren't you? Okay, what's going on with the rest of the week?
All right, now we got the weekend, and that is July 18th through the 20th. Now, Friday, we've got Ashley Morgan Duo at No Name Lounge, Gene Mitchell at Runaway Island, Whiskey Dicks at Buster's, Randy Watson and Wicked Smooth at Alibi. The Panama City Comedy will be at the Bun Lab. Velvet Gypsy will be at Buster's. String Theory will be at Neon's Beach Shack. We've got Panama City Comedy at Lake Town Wharf. Stephen Lawley at the Beaches Comedy Club. Sean Williams at Pineapple Willie's. And 4th Street Band at Little Village and Fins. I know, it's just more and more things every day. And that was just Friday.
And that's just Friday. Okay.
Right.
I'll keep
and
going.
that's not even including people that haven't even posted their events yet.
Well,
some people are kind of late.
I know.
Now, on Saturday, we've got Britton Matt at Little Village and Fins. Dominique Milner at Lone Star Boyle House. Panama City Comedy at Mosey's Downtown. Sean Williams continues at Pineapple Willie's. Jared Herzog will be at Peddler's Pavilion. Lane Morey and Nichols and Meadows will be at Alibi. We've got Kevin and Heidi at No Name Lounge and Ann Klein at Buster's. Now, finally, getting into Sunday, we've got the Flying Dog Open Mic hosted by Matt Law at Little Village and Fins. Nikki Sunflower will be at Little Village and Fins. Live sitar music with Adam Thompson at the Holly Indian Grill. Biscuit Miller will be at Pineapple Willie's. Brady Hughes will be at No Name Lounge. Kindred Spirits at Alibi. And we've got Brittany Sloan and Tom Pequot at Buster's. Now, before we jump back into the music and our guests, if you are a local band, singer, songwriter, or musical group, and you have a show coming up, or you want to play live on the air, Sound Session happens every Tuesday from noon to 1 right here on WKGC 90.7 FM. And we are always looking to spotlight local artists right here on the show. Now, you can shoot us your info at soundsessions907@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook at Sound Sessions. We are at Instagram at Sound Sessions 907. And you can check out all our past live sessions on YouTube. Just search WKGC Sound Sessions 907.
Yeah, and I was looking at that. We've got a lot of videos up on our YouTube channel now.
Thank you. Oh,
I did.
Oh, wait, that was
I'm looking at, yeah, it's not like I had a whole lot to do with them. It's you and Seth are doing that, but doing a great job. And I suspect if you want to take a peek at Keyboard Ray and what he looks like when he's doing all along the Watchtower and playing harmonica, well, sometime next week we'll get that up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you'd go see all our past people. We have some. We've had some amazing viewing on that. We have some that are up in the 500s already.
Yes.
And for a brand new an enterprise like ours, that's doing good. I think some of the artists are doing a real good job of promoting themselves. And so if you do want to hear Leanna Carter sing her most popular tune, which I looked up today, was "Hey Jude," well, it's on our the Sound Sessions YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have at it. And some of these things, the Bob Dylan tribute stuff that was Chris Woods and Matt Law has attracted a lot of attention.
Well, that's good.
That. So I don't know. Maybe you're all along the Watchtower will become our new leader.
I liked it.
I stumped the talent. Look at that. Whoa! But no, seriously, it's you want to see what these people look like? And their contact information is on every video, so you'll be able to get hold of them if you want to. Book them for your show. find out where they're playing and go see them.
Yeah, by all means.
Because
support the local talent.
Yeah, support. Yeah, if you don't support your local talent, nobody else is. So please support your local talent. I mean, this is what they do, and they're doing it for you. All right, what have we got next, sir?
We've got a debut. This will be the first time this one will be heard. This is a song not on the CD. It's another song. So that's kind of a debut deal for it.
And this is an example of just one of the types of songs that you'll hear at the Gallery of Art on the 25th from 7 to 9,
right,
where we will be debuting a whole slew of songs just like this.
This one's called That's What You Say. Say that you love me and you'll be all mine, and that you'll work with me in your own time, yeah. That's what you say. You say that you're proud to be involved in my life, and that things will be better for me and the wife, yeah. That's what you say. You say that things are getting better when you know that that's not true. Yesterday when I was reading some of those letters, I find myself still doubting you. Say that you want me to trust in you, and things will be better when you get through, yeah. That's what you say. You say that things are getting better when you know that that's not true. Yesterday when I was reading some of the letters, yeah, I find myself doubting you. Oh, you said you want me to trust in you, and that things will be better when you get through. Oh, yeah. That's what you say. Oh, yeah. That's what you say. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, it's
room for a lot of thought, isn't it?
Boy, I'll tell you what. You just leave yourself wide open on a lot of those things. See, I'm going, I wonder if this is about personal relationships or politics. I can't tell.
You hit them. It can be about the one, and it can be about the other.
That's what's so funny is because when I heard it, I immediately thought it was a relationship, and then he starts explaining. He's like, "No, it's a political song," and I was, oh. Well, I didn't see that, but now that you mentioned it, yeah, I can hear that. Absolutely,
it works. It works either way. It really
does.
Those
are some of the best songs.
No, and you working as agent for him. That's the one you need to watch. You need to watch out for this song. You know that because it might not be about politics. It might be about agents.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So
that's what you say.
That's what you. That's what he said anyway. That's what he said anyway. No, I like that. That's a great song. That's a glove that fits everybody.
There you go.
So it really does.
Glad that you love it, man. It means a lot to me.
And you're going to be performing that one amongst others on the 25th.
Right.
And this Friday night is the debut opening show for the Get Out of Town tour at Papa Joe's Bayside from 5:30 to 8:30. We are happy to open up. I'll be opening for Ray, and then he will be performing his hits and some popular covers, and then we will be playing a set together of some of his originals and some covers. So we've been working on it for a few weeks now, and we're excited about it.
Well, one time you guys are going to have to come back as a duo and do a show as a duo.
We might just have to.
We got to practice a little bit first.
We're not that critical. Just wing it.
Yeah.
Great. I think if you do get down to the Art Gallery of Art, excuse me, get that correct, on the 25th, you'll pay attention to these lyrics and you'll find yourself wondering, well, it could be this or it could be that. Because you seem to be good at that particular
aspect of it.
Yes, leave it up to the listener what I'm talking about, because it'll work.
Well, there you go. John Prine once said, told the audience, make some words up. He said, that's what I had to do. If you don't know, just make some words up,
There's a little John Prine in a lot of what you're doing over there.
Oh,
it's not all just Dylan influence. I can hear some John Prine in there. So
Leonard Cohen, he's a good one too, man.
Okay, we're coming up on what'll be your last song here.
Yeah, all right.
This is what we named the tour after. This is off of the CD.
I was up in Arkansas living many years ago, but basically just after the CD came out, and I had an opportunity to go to Branson, Branson Music in southern Missouri, because I was in northern Arkansas. It was an open mic deal, and that was exciting for me to be there, at the big place there for music in that area. And so I done a couple songs, and the last song was this one here coming up called Get Out of Town. I said, after this one I'm going to have to get out of town.
It's a great title, as long as it doesn't involve tar and feathers.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, it's a personal experience for me that actually, what happened, it was prophetic, because I wrote the song, and then later on, hey, listen to the words, it happened. Yeah, things happen, I riding in the car when I got stopped by the man. He didn't like how I looked, I had to get out and stand. He smelled some smoke, he sucked his nose in the car. I knew right then I wasn't going to get too far. I gotta get out of town. Gotta get out of town. He looked for a while and didn't find a thing. I started to smile, I wanted to sing. I said it was just a little bit, I tried to make a point. He didn't like what I said, and he took me down to his joint. I got to get out of town. I got to get out of town. Don't want me hanging around, don't want to hear that sound. I gotta get out of town. Well, he asked me my name, and I said my name is Jim. And I spent a couple hours there to satisfy him. I got out and looked around for my car. I knew right then I wasn't gonna get too far. I gotta get out of town. I got to get out of town. Don't want me hanging around, don't want to hear my sound. I gotta get out of town. Went back inside, they wanted to know where I'd been. They told me that car was getting searched again. Wait for a dog, it's gonna take a sniff. And I thought to myself, it was only a spliff. I gotta get out of town. Hey, I got to get out of town. Don't want me hanging around, don't wanna hear my sound. I'm gonna get out of town. Well, he sniffed in the front in an empty sack, yeah. And he didn't find nothing, so he sniffed in the back. And it was empty again, and they opened up that trunk, and there wasn't nothing inside. I smelled a skunk. I gotta get out of town. Hey, you gotta get out of town. I think I'm gonna go. Hey, hear my sound. Get on out of town. Get on out of town. Controversial, to say the least.
Well, and again, not quite as controversial as it used to be when we were these guys' age, because it was a big deal. And
it is, but the sad thing about it is, there's still, to some degree, things have really lightened up a whole lot in that way, and I mean, and they're making billions in the medical industry and everything about it, but still there is, there's still a certain degree of oppression.
I'm sure if you get in the right place, in the right state, in the right little town, you might have to get out of town. Well,
anyway, that was get out of town,
Yeah, we're coming down to the end of the hour. Couple of things, little housekeeping here. We're going to have Cody Bennett on next Tuesday.
He's an incredible artist. Let me just say there, Cody John, you don't want to miss that one. He's phenomenal.
And looking forward to it. And so that's next week. And I want to catch up on what is going on with Friday Fixins'. You're looking at me like I'm stumping you. I'm stumping.
Yeah, what kind of question is this?
It's your show.
Well, it airs Fridays at noon. Like this lunch break show, it's just we're dancing. Okay, we're not doing it. Well, I'll talk a little bit. But
I can't imagine not.
Right. Well, I'll have information. It will be a preview of my Soulful Saturday show, and this week I am doing legends, and so we're looking at Prince, we're looking at Bobby Brown, we're looking at Little Babyface, some Whitney Houston, and so we're just doing a mix of the legends that we grew up with and that we all love so much.
Oh, cool. Now, for those who don't know, explain Soulful Saturdays to us.
Well, Soulful Saturdays, it is, I want to say it's my baby, but, I'm not in it alone, okay? We have a whole Saturday lineup of soul music. We have B. Maxwell with blues and classic R&B soul at 11. Then we have me with urban groove at 3. And then we have Walter Hill with the soul of jazz at 6. And so it's a whole
got the whole day
lineup.
Whole day covered.
Right. We've got the soundtrack for every Saturday.
There you go. Okay. Well, we're running down to the end of the hour very rapidly now. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank these gentlemen here for coming in and sharing their music with us.
Thank you for having us, Tom.
You're very welcome. And I want to invite everybody back next Tuesday for Cody Bennett. And I'm Tom Hoots for Sound Sessions. This is WKGC 90.7, and now here's a little bit of Woods the Band.
There's a hole here where you left me, and I just can't fill it. Lord knows I've done everything to try. I'm still hoping we can make it, if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. Oh, but it's looking like that creek is gonna rise. I just want it back the way it was. We were singing every song on the radio when I was yours and you were mine.
90.7 FM WKGC Panama City.